everybody! Today's video I'm going to be showing you how I did this blonde root touch up on a grown out sombre when only lifting between 2 and 3 levels. I did use GK lightener, which is a blue based lightener, and I did that with 30 volume developer. I did use Olaplex 1/8 ounce, and that does dilute the 30 down to a 20 volume developer. And since we were only lifting between 2 and 3 levels, I did use MB mesh. If you are lifting any more than that, I recommend using foil or something that does conduct heat, because MB mesh does let the hair color or the lightener breathe during the whole process. What I like to do is take 1-inch sections and then lay down an MB mesh, and then I start to do a V pattern on the outer part because that is what looks most natural when doing something like this. And then I do like to take a little part in the center just to sort of blend everything, and once I have that all laid out, whatever is left on my brush, I like to feather the rest just so it's not streaky looking. So you see that I just do that the whole way through, and I do avoid the existing blonde because we do not want to over process her hair even while using Olaplex. I have been doing this client's hair for about 2 years now, and when she first started coming to me, she had only gotten her hair highlighted one other time, and most of that had grown out. So most of her hair was her natural virgin hair, which is about a level 8. She did want to go blonder, so we did do a few sessions of all over highlights just to break up her natural and get her to a very light blonde. And then on a whim, she decided she wanted to go darker, so she got a box from the drugstore in light or medium brown. And what happened was her hair is very fine and porous, so it grabbed onto that and turned her hair black. So we did have to do a color correction at that point. I did do that all in one go, but it did take 5 to 6 hours to correct, and we did get her pretty dang blonde. So at that point, what we did a few times after was just do typical highlights on her to get her back to being a decently light blonde color. And then she decided that she wanted to go into an ombre just to blend her natural color with the light blonde highlights that she had. So the last time that we colored her hair, what we did was a reverse balayage just to darken up her outgrowth area about 2 or 3 inches down. And she did keep that for about a month and a half or 2 months, and then decided she wanted to go a little lighter again. And I was scared to use lightener on her at that point just because she had gone through so much damage. And what I did last time was just did a Malibu treatment, which does lift some hair color 1 or 2 levels. So we just went with that. So now we are just sort of blending that area at this point. So that is all we are doing here, is just keeping her a little bit closer to her natural while not having any harsh lines. So you can see that I'm just doing the exact same thing on the sides of her hair, just doing a V pattern and then blending in the center and then just feathering everything in. So keeping her natural at the top, but just really blending to that light blonde area. She is a college student, and most hairstylists know that when students have to go back to school, it is hard for them to come home to get their hair done, so they go a little bit longer between appointments. So what we are doing is just trying to blend her natural in with the previous lightened hair, since she was wanting to keep quite light on the ends. So that is all we are doing, and then once that was done, we let it process for about 30 minutes, and she does pull slightly on the warm side, so we did have to tone that once it was done processing. I did tone on damp hair and just blended the root with the highlights just to make everything sort of melt together. And I did use Gkhair Juvexen cream color in 10.12 and 8 volume developer, and then let that process for about 10 minutes, and then used Olaplex number 2 and left that on for 15 minutes. And then here you see that I'm just using GK leave-in spray just to sort of help detangle and add moisture to her hair. And then I just use my wet brush just to brush everything out. We did do a small trim on her because it had been about 3 months since we did that. So you see that I am just taking about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch off here on her lengths as well as her layers. Gkhair products do all contain Juvexen, which is a keratin protein. So her hair actually felt better while using that as well as Olaplex after this process was done. And GK does have something similar to Olaplex, and I am going to be purchasing that next time I need it, but I just had Olaplex in my cupboard, so that is what I used. But I did want to mention that Gkhair products are so great, and I am switching everything over to them. All of my color, my lightener, and styling products, as well as the tools that I use. I am not sponsored by Gkhair, but I did go to a training course to be certified to teach for their brand. So that is why this video is focused around them. I'm completely obsessed with their products, and I have also done a giveaway with some of their products on my channel, and I plan to do that again. As a hairstylist, I have never felt this way about a company. I just love their products and love what they stand for as a company. So here you just see that I'm finishing out her hair and just flat ironing it because she does not wash her hair for 2 or 3 days, so she wanted to be able to keep the style. So it is just nice and blended with her natural but still considered a light blonde. I hope this video was helpful, and if you haven't subscribed and want to see more videos, don't forget to do that. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.